lovelies, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and today we're going to be talking all about Madonna and her favorite beauty products. And before we jump into her favorite beauty products, let's talk a little bit about the backstory behind Madonna and how she became famous. So this video is sponsored by Traffic Puzzle, and Traffic Puzzle is a free-to-play mobile game where car, match 3, and puzzles meet. So the backstory when it comes to Traffic Puzzle is an evil force has made a massive mess on the streets and there's only one person who can clear them, and that person is you. And I used to love playing these type of games when I was a kid, so it was kind of nostalgic for me, where you're like maintaining a city and keeping things clean. So you must take your match 3 puzzle solving skills to the next level and combine them with your quick thinking to save the city. Traffic Puzzle features adorable characters and challenging puzzles. Prepare to pick up your brain to remove cars and obstacles from levels in the most efficient way. And Traffic Puzzle allows you to enjoy an ever-growing collection of unique levels, explore a wonderful cartoonish world and a fun storyline. Play by yourself or with your kids, so it's for all age levels, and you can also train your brain, so it's actually good for your brain. You will never get bored of playing Traffic Puzzle. So make sure you click the link below in my description box as well as my pinned comment to try Traffic Puzzle yourself. So download Traffic Puzzle for free on iOS or Android and let me know if you enjoy playing the game. So thank you Traffic Puzzle for sponsoring this video. So Madonna, the pop icon, is famed for her never-ending reinvention as a performer. Papa Don't Preach, Like a Prayer, Vogue, Secret, and Ray of Light, among many others, are her greatest hits. So who is Madonna and when did she start? Madonna is a pop singer and actress who debuted on her own in 1981 and quickly became a success in the male-dominated music scene of the 1980s. She scored 21 top 10 songs in the United States by 1991 and had sold more than 70 million albums worldwide. Forbes magazine ranked her the world's wealthiest female musician in January 2008. And I always remember Madonna. I think I first kind of stumbled upon her probably in the 80s, mainly because I noticed a lot of people were kind of dressed like her with her fashion and style. I especially noticed this at Halloween. I think one of my aunts really enjoyed Madonna and I remember her dressing that kind of 80s look, but I think more so in the 90s I became more familiar with Madonna. So in her early years, Madonna was born August 16th, 1958 in Bay City, Michigan, and her parents are Silvio Tony Ciccone and Madonna Fortin. Tony, the son of Italian immigrants, was the first in his family to attend college and get an engineering degree. Madonna's mother, a professional dancer and X-ray technician, was French-Canadian. Following their 1955 marriage, the couple relocated to Pontiac, Michigan to be closer to Tony's engineering career. Madonna was born 3 years later in Bay City while visiting family. Madonna, the third of 6 children, learned early on how to deal with her role as the middle child, saying that she was the family sissy, who frequently used her feminine nature to get her way. Madonna's youth was shaped by her parents' adherence to the Catholic faith. Madonna explains, "My mother was super religious. As a kid, there were constantly priests and nuns in my house. Many aspects of Catholic iconography, such as her mother's Sacred Heart sculptures, the nuns' habits at her Catholic elementary school, and the Catholic altar at which she and her family worshiped daily, subsequently became the subject of Madonna's most divisive works." Madonna's mother, who was diagnosed with breast cancer during her pregnancy with Madonna's youngest sister, had a significant influence on her career and upbringing. Treatment had to be postponed until the infant was fully developed, but by that time the disease had progressed too far. Madonna's mother died on December 1st, 1963, when she was just 30 years old. Madonna was just 5 years old when her mother passed away. Madonna's adolescence was severely impacted by her loss. She was determined to make her own voice heard, haunted by recollections of her mother's weakness and meek behavior during her final days. She says, "I think not having a mother was the primary reason I was free to express myself and not be frightened," she adds. "Mothers, for example, instill good manners in their children, and I had no idea what any of those laws and regulations were." Joan, Madonna's stepmother, who met Madonna's father while working as the household housekeeper, enforced strict constraints on her. Madonna claimed her stepmother forced her to look after the household's younger children, a role she despised. Madonna subsequently stated, "I genuinely regarded myself as the ideal Cinderella. I guess that's when I realized I needed to try something else and move away from it all." She defied her upbringing by wearing revealing costumes under her conventional clothing. She also frequented underground gay bars and rejecting her religious heritage. Madonna's insubordinate side was counterbalanced by a desire for perfection and great achievement. She was a straight-A student, cheerleader, and a diligent dancer who finished a semester ahead of her friends from high school. Her dedication drew the attention of the University of Michigan, who granted her a full scholarship to the dance school in 1976. Madonna received a 6-week scholarship to study with the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater in New York City during her undergraduate studies in Michigan in 1977, followed by a rare opportunity to dance with choreographer Pearl Lang in 1978. Following the advice of her dance instructor, the rising star dropped out of college only after 2 years to pursue her dance career in New York City. Madonna supported herself in New York by working odd jobs including nude art modeling, serving at the Russian Tea Room, and dancing for the American Dance Center. Madonna began dating Dan Gilroy, one of the founding members of the Breakfast Club, a ska-influenced pop-punk band, in 1979. Madonna met the boss of a vaudeville revue in Paris through Gilroy, and she worked as a showgirl in France for a while. She fell in love with the combination of singing and performing during this trip. She joined Gilroy's band as a drummer when she returned to the United States in 1980, and ultimately became the main singer. Over the next few years, Madonna founded her own bands, including Madonna and the Sky, The Millionaires, and Emmy. Madonna chose to go solo in 1981 and hired Gotham Records manager Camille Barbon to assist her launch in her singing career. Madonna's first hit, Everybody, was written by a friend in her band, Stephen Bray, and she exploited her abrasive business style to bring the recordings to New York music producer Mark Kammins. After that, Kammins assisted Madonna in landing a record deal with Sire Records. In 1982, Everybody debuted at #1 on the dance charts. Madonna used the song's success to persuade Sire Records to produce her full-length album in 1983. The album was a modest but steady success, and with the smash singles Borderline, Lucky Star, and Holiday among the album's highlights. Madonna's distinct sense of fashion, which included fishnet stockings, lace underwear, fingerless gloves, and enormous crucifix necklaces, was quickly replicated by females all over the country. And in 1984, Madonna was invited to appear on the Dick Clark's American Bandstand, where she stated her major goal was to conquer the world. Like a Virgin, Material Girl, and Angel are just a few of the songs on the album. Like a Virgin, her follow-up album, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard chart, went platinum within a month, reflected her drive and commitment. The title single, which was produced by Nile Rodgers, would go on to become Madonna's biggest pop hit of all time, spending 6 weeks at the top of the charts. Madonna, as always, combined her desire for success with her outrageous behavior. It all started with her controversial MTV Video Music Awards performance of her hit track Like a Virgin in 1985, which saw her dancing about suggestively on stage in a wedding gown. Then there was her marriage to Penn, which was marred by domestic abuse allegations and his assault of a photographer, behavior that earned him a month in jail and finally led to the couple's public divorce. Madonna's video for Like a Prayer aired on MTV in 1989 as part of a lucrative Pepsi endorsement. As a result of the film, Pope John Paul II advised fans not to attend her Italian concerts, and Pepsi dropped their support for her. So that's crazy back then that was considered so controversial. And it is really interesting too how Madonna has really stood the test of time, because she really survived through the 80s and 90s, and she's still relevant today. Because even if you look at like Cyndi Lauper, who was also super popular in the 80s, and I love a lot of her music even today, but she didn't really transition through each decade. Despite the public outcry, Madonna's popularity had soared to new heights. The album's title tune reached #1 and was also followed by success like Express Yourself, Cherish, Keep It Together, and Oh Father. By 1991, she had 21 top 10 songs in the United States and had sold over 70 million records worldwide, bringing in $1.2 billion in revenue. Madonna helped found Maverick Records, a Warner Music Group company, in April 1992 in order to maintain control over her career. Madonna's best hits album, The Immaculate Collection, was published in 1990 with With the help of producer William Orbit, she released Ray of Light in 1998. I remember when this one came out. That's kind of when I was at an age where I remember when Titanic came out in 1997. I remember that song was always on the radio, and I was doing a lot of dance back then, like jazz and musical theater. I remember having that song play on the radio a lot. So that's kind of really when I became familiar with Madonna and started listening to her music. And this album really moved her into a new genre of electronica and spiritual contemplation. Madonna also won 3 Grammys for the Ray of Light album. Then there was Music in 2000, another successful electronic endeavor, and I also really remember when this album came out as well in the year 2000. She also continued to collaborate with Orbit, as seen by a number of music tracks, and the Grammy-winning psychedelic homage Beautiful Stranger, which was featured on the soundtrack for the Austin Powers film, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and I remember seeing that movie in the theater. I feel like I'm really aging myself here. Her career life continued to flourish. Forbes magazine called her the world's wealthiest female in 2008. Madonna made a lot of money via her H&M clothing line, an agreement with NBC to air a performance video of her Confessions tour, which was the highest grossing female artist tour to date. So I didn't know Madonna had a H&M clothing collaboration. I feel like around 2008, I think H&M was really just starting in Canada, and I think I went to Toronto first. I don't even know if I was in Vancouver yet. She also continued to sing, act, and manage a variety of business ventures while dividing her time between the UK and the US. Celebration, Madonna's 4th greatest hits album, was published in 2009 and achieved her 11th #1 album in the United Kingdom. Madonna equaled Elvis Presley for the most #1 albums in the United Kingdom with the release of this one. On March 10th, 2015, Madonna's 13th full-length album, Rebel Heart, was officially published. And going into her personal life, from 1985 to 1989, Madonna was married to actor Sean Penn. Oh, that's crazy. I totally forgot about that. Now I kind of remember seeing paparazzi photos of them together. This must have been when he was kind of playing that surfer dude in Fast Times at Richmond High. Madonna gave birth to her first child, Lola, with her lover and personal trainer, Carlos Leon, in 1996. I'm trying to figure out how old she would have been when she gave birth to her first child. She then married Guy Ritchie, a British director, in 2000, and gave birth to their son, Rocco John Ritchie, in the following year. And then in 2008, the couple called it quits. And now that we know a little bit about Madonna, it was so interesting because there's a lot of the stuff I actually didn't know myself. So it was really interesting researching her. And when it came to her beauty products, it was really hard to find out which products she used because a lot of the newer articles are promoting her own skincare line. So I had to really dive deep into the bowels of the internet to figure out which products she even used in the 80s and moving on to later in life. So Madonna loves Eminence Organics, and she actually mentioned this in a few magazine articles. In Hollywood Life's Madonna's Skincare Secrets, How the 54-year-old Looks So Young, Madonna's Skincare Routine is Revealed. So this is an older article, and I wanted to find something older so I can find out what she used before she started promoting her own skincare line. There's a line of products called Eminence made with natural ingredients, and that's why I'm using it right now, Madonna says. Everything they make smells like food. There's a toning serum that smells like raspberry, and this is strawberry rhubarb hyaluronic serum. And it's a divine body scrub that smells like coconut, and this is her coconut sugar scrub. She says it's really good. And she says even with her hectic schedule, she makes sure to treat her skin to all natural ingredients like yucca extract, flaxseed, and paprika. And I know Dita Von Teese also used this brand. And apparently she drank this really fancy bottle of water, and she spent around 8,000 euros a month on water. And she uses a Philips Sonic Care electric toothbrush. And she also wore Carmex lip balm. It's a popular lip balm with the yellow lid. That sounds very retro. And she also uses Jo Malone Amber hand wash. And Madonna reveals her beauty skin secret. She says she's a perfectionist about her skin. The star says she's not a fan of plastic surgeries. Instead, she prefers natural skincare products. That probably explains why she likes Eminence skincare. And some of her beauty tip is that she has very strict rules when taking care of her skin. She rarely spends time in the sun, and when she does, she is covered head to toe in scarves and hats. The star is a big fan of face creams and oxygen peeling. Skin moistening is an integral part of her everyday beauty routine. And she follows a very strict diet. She never drinks coffee, soda, or energy drinks. Her ration consists mostly of green food, vegetables, and fresh juices. I honestly don't know how she can stand not drinking coffee. I feel like I would have a hard time doing that. And Madonna is known for her passion for sports. She spends a couple of hours in the gym on a daily basis. That's insane. She admits every woman should invest in herself. This includes visiting a gym, doing a spa procedure, or buying new clothes. Nobody does pop star glam quite like Madonna. For nearly 4 decades she's been in the spotlight. She's consistently reinvented her look. But more often than not, she's favored red lipstick, dramatic black eyeliner, and thick eyelashes. And she had a makeup collaboration with Too Faced Cosmetics, and she brings that signature style for the collection. And the Too Faced founder revealed on Instagram that he and Madonna partnered to create 2 makeup kits, and these looks she wore on the Madame X tour. And these sets sold for $75 a piece, and they have a mix of Too Faced exclusives as well as the brand's bestsellers. The first kit is called I Rise. It's Madonna's take on a bronzy glam makeup look. It features a blush eyeshadow palette with golden and mauve powders, as well as a melted matte liquid lipstick in Sellout, a peachy coral pink, and of course the cult Better Than Sex mascara. And the second kit is like a vampire kit, and it also has an exclusive eyeshadow palette and a red lipstick and a Better Than Sex eyeliner and a new Damn Girl mascara. I don't know if any of you guys ended up buying that kit. I don't think you can buy it anymore because it was limited edition. And I was also excited to find some vintage photos of her bathroom to find out which products she used in the 1980s, which is kind of fun to go through each decade to see what she used. The first one was in 1983, and this is her bathroom. And there's a portrait of Madonna taken by Richard Corman in her brother's Manhattan apartment. And there's a bottle of Aquanet Super Hold hairspray. So she used that in the 80s for her hair. And there's another one in 1985, Madonna's Material Girl. And there are toiletries and perfume bottles on her dressing table. Some of them are generic vanity bottles, but some of them I can decipher. The tail rib bottle with a gold cap, for example, is the Guerlain Natural Spray Cologne bottle, used for different fragrances from 1964 to 1977. So it looks like she definitely used Guerlain. I'm trying to figure out which one it would be. The black bottle with gold accent, on the other hand, is Chanel. It could be a spray bottle of Chanel No. 5, but I'm not 100% sure. As an alternative, it could be a refillable spray canister. And another photo of Madonna's bathroom. There's some personal pictures of Madonna living in her New York apartment during her relationship with singer Dan Gilroy from 1971 to 1981. And in the picture, she's putting on some mascara, and the yellow tube is Revlon Natural Wonder. And Madonna has her own skincare line now. It's called MDNA Skincare, and the products are aimed to people who obviously make a lot of money because they're quite expensive. And the singer, who is worth an estimated $580 million, making her the wealthiest female singer in America, will have no problem obviously affording the skincare line herself. And the cheapest items offered are a face wash and eye mask. Both retail for $50, which I guess isn't too bad, but the numbers really go up from there. The rose mist goes for $120, the eye serum for $180, and the most expensive product is the full rejuvenator set, which sells for $600. But the set includes several creams that can be bought on their own, but also a wand that is described as a multifunctional beauty device. And it looks something like a shower head with a magnet in it. So, I mean, obviously I would like to try some of these products, but they're clearly very expensive. I actually don't really like the design of the bottles. They're quite futuristic looking, but it was really interesting to find out what she used. Obviously, she still looks really good. I find it hard to believe that maybe she hasn't had any plastic surgery. I did see some recent photos of her, and her face looked very like pulled back and like taut on her face. I don't know if they're photoshopped or something, but to each their own. Maybe she's just had like peels or something, I don't know. Anyways, you be the judge. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know which decade you like the best when it comes to Madonna. Do you like 80s Madonna, 90s Madonna? Which decade can you relate to the most? All right, I'll see you guys again soon, and thank you all my members who joined this month. All right, talk to you later. Bye.